We'll go to Goodlettsville, Tennessee, not too far from here. Nick joins us. Nick, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken.
Nick, how are you?
Good. Ken, using your principles and preparation, I had really strong momentum going with a career opportunity back first in March.
Yeah.
The next step was going to be to travel on site, meet with some of the C-level executives, and probably get a job offer after that.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, everything's been put on hold,
Yep.
and I've been told to stand by. So I need help building a strategy.
Yep.
How do I stay engaged with the hiring manager for this position and kind of keep this momentum going for the next few weeks, maybe a month, until we can travel again and I can get in there for that last interview?
Yeah, I think you can, and I think this is such a weird situation. I think there's a couple things for you to consider before we come up with the strategy, okay? The question is, what do you know about the company and how hard it is being hit by this situation? Is it getting hit hard? Is it in an industry that we're seeing a lot of job loss because consumers aren't buying those products or services?
I still believe they'll still want to hire this position. They manufacture medical supplies. That's a really strong industry for them.
Okay.
So I think they're doing well.
Oh, okay. Have they told you, have they communicated with you, hey, we've just put a pause or a freeze on hiring?
He told me to stand by and hold by until some of this stuff settles down.
How long ago was that conversation?
A week ago, last Friday.
Okay. So it's only a week. And I think that's a really smart decision by a company to go, hey, let's hold off. And so were you in a group of applicants in a final wave? How close to getting an offer were you? Tell me what you know.
What I know is I believe it was me and another applicant, and everything's gone very well so far. I had some really positive momentum.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to keep that inertia going to make sure they don't forget about me, stay relevant.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the other applicant is still, going to get brought on site for the job interview and such, or the final interview.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
All right. A couple more questions. I'm going to come up with a fun plan for you, okay?
Good.
What is the position? What was it?
It's a sales position. The title is called Business Development Manager.
And would you be selling actual medical supplies?
I would be selling contract services, so they're a contract manufacturer.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. That's all I wanted to know.
Designers. Okay.
Okay. So you got a really good grasp of what you would be selling.
Sure.
All right. So here's what I want you to do. The last communication, was this a phone call or email when you got the standby communication?
Email.
Okay, great. And you replied. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to first today, as soon as we get off the phone, I want you to write a handwritten note. And I want the handwritten note, nice stationery, a card or whatever. And I want you to just write a note, and basically it needs to have these ingredients. I don't care how you say it, but hey, I wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to even be in this position of standby. I'm really grateful and obviously hopeful that we get back to normal soon and I have a shot to compete for this gig. I really want to. And I want you to know that I'm doing some things right now in this downtime to prepare to be ready to go. And I just wanted to say thanks for consideration. Let me know if anything changes. Until then, standing by and really excited. Standing by and preparing. You know what I mean? Something like that. Because that's just going to send a real nice message of you're hopeful, you totally understand that this thing is out of his hands and you're not chomping at the bit, but you're excited. Okay? I want you to send a handwritten note. Then, sometime end of next week, okay, or middle of next week, send another email saying, hey, just wanted you to know that I know that you can't control any of this, but I am preparing for this like it's going to be an opportunity to at least be considered for the final decision. And here's what I'm doing to prepare. I've been doing research on the product and the service and the marketplace, and I really want you to do that. Could you find a way to kind of get prepared mentally to sell this product or service?
Of course.
Of course.
I can build out a first 90 days.
Dude, I would do that and send it. I love that. Hey, here's some things I'm thinking about. Here's some things I'm reading this book right now. I'm training. I'm listening to this podcast about sales. Come up with a personal growth plan to train for this gig. You see what I'm saying? And tell him.
Yeah.
And it's not, you're not trying to kiss his butt or whatever, but it's just kind of, hey, I want you to know that I'm preparing right now. And that shows some real initiative. And don't say, hey, have you heard anything? Never in any of these things, the handwritten note or the email, do you ask, hey, you think you're going to be able to hire soon? Guess what? They'll tell you when they're ready. So don't ask them. But what you do is you show some initiative and just let them know what you're doing and what you're excited about. But I'd kind of leave it to maybe the handwritten note, and then a week later, send the email about what you're doing, and just kind of just be chill after that. But let them know you're preparing and you're excited. And I think that's all you can do right now.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Good stuff. Love Nick's juice. He's got the juice, man. The guy wants it. See, folks, there's nothing wrong with showing some hunger, as long as it's always bathed in humility and it's not obnoxious. You got to find that line. I write about this in the Proximity Principle, my best-selling book. There's a whole thing in the whole section in there. I talk about audacious versus obnoxious. And there's a line where you go from audacious is the audacity to kind of put yourself out there and go for it. Okay? And be okay. Being transparent and enthusiastic and go for what you want. But there's a line where audacious can bleed and then very quickly go into full-blown obnoxious. So you don't want to be that. You don't want to be the fly. Around people get on and stop emailing me, man. Stop. I don't know. You just don't want to do that, right? You don't want to create that tension. What you want is to be a breath of fresh air. Oh, that's nice. They didn't ask for me to respond. Didn't ask me what the timeline was. Just told me they're grateful. And just told me they're working and developing like they're going to get the opportunity. And if it doesn't happen, no hard feelings. I say that's refreshing.